The future of work is here. Are you ready? Welcome to Career Tops, the channel where we unlock hidden job opportunities, dive deep into success strategies, and keep you ahead of the curve in your career. Whether you're looking to level up, pivot, or break into a high-paying industry, you're in the right place. Consider this your go-to hub for no-fluff, straight-up advice to make smart career moves. Today, we're diving into the 7 biggest career trends shaping the future job market, so you can stay informed, prepared, and ready to thrive. We're not just talking about vague predictions you hear everywhere else. These are actionable insights based on what's happening right now, what companies are actually hiring for, and what experts are saying is coming down the pike very, very soon. Think of this as your insider's cheat sheet to understanding where the real opportunities are going to be, so you can position yourself to grab them before everyone else catches on. It's about being proactive, not reactive, and making sure your skills align with where the money and growth are headed. AI, automation, and industry shifts are reshaping jobs fast, and if you don't adapt, you might be left behind wondering what happened. But don't worry, I've got you covered. Let's jump in. Seriously, the pace of change is accelerating like crazy, and what worked 5 years ago, or even last year, might not cut it 5 years from now. The good news is, with the right information, which you're about to get, you can turn these changes into massive advantages for your career, and frankly your bank account. So, grab a coffee, maybe a notepad, and let's get into it because this is important stuff. Trend number 1. AI and automation specialists. The new gold rush. Alright, let's kick things off with the big one, AI and automation specialists. You hear it everywhere. AI is coming for our jobs, robots are taking over, the sky is falling. And look, there's a sliver of truth to the disruption, but what most people miss, and what the smart folks are capitalizing on, is that AI isn't just replacing jobs, it's creating a whole new wave of them. For every task AI learns to do, there's a need for someone to build, train, implement, and manage that AI. This is where the opportunity lies, and it's a massive one, probably one of the biggest shifts we'll see in our lifetimes. Companies, big and small, are scrambling to integrate AI into their workflows. Why? Because it means efficiency, cost savings, and a serious competitive edge. They're not just doing it because it's cool, they're doing it because it impacts the bottom line. And to do that, they're desperately hiring AI specialists, automation consultants, and even these new roles called prompt engineers. These aren't just fancy titles, these are people who are becoming absolutely essential to modern businesses. If you're looking to future-proof your career, this is a domain you absolutely need to be looking at very, very closely. So, what do these roles actually involve? AI specialists might be developing new AI models or fine-tuning existing ones for specific business needs. Automation consultants are like efficiency detectives. They go into a company, identify processes that can be streamlined or automated using AI and other tech, and then design and implement those solutions. Think about how much time and money that saves a company. And prompt engineers? These are the AI whisperers. They craft the precise instructions and questions to get the most accurate and useful outputs from AI tools like ChatGPT. It's a skill that's surprisingly nuanced and incredibly valuable right now. Now you might be thinking, this sounds super technical, Graham. I mean, Career Tops, I'm not a PhD in computer science. And here's the good news. While some deep research roles do require that, many of these applied AI roles are becoming more accessible. There are countless online courses, boot camps, and certifications from reputable places that can teach you the practical skills needed. We're talking about learning to use specific AI platforms, understanding data interpretation, or mastering the art of prompt engineering. The barrier to entry is lower than you think, especially if you're motivated and willing to learn. Let's talk about the money because, let's be real, that's a big motivator. These AI and automation roles are not just in demand, they pay extremely well. AI specialists and experienced automation consultants are easily commanding 6-figure salaries, and that's often just the starting point. Even for newer roles like prompt engineering, because the supply of skilled people is so low and the demand is so high, salaries are surprisingly competitive. This isn't just about getting a job, it's about stepping onto a career path with significant upward mobility and earning potential. Trend number 2, skills over degrees, prove what you can do. Alright, trend number 2, and this one is a biggie, especially if you're worried about the cost of a traditional 4-year degree. Skills are increasingly trumping degrees. For decades, the mantra was go to college, get a degree, get a good job, and while a degree can still be valuable, Employers, especially in fast-moving industries, are now putting a much higher premium on demonstrable, practical skills and real-world experience. They want to see what you can do, not just what you studied. Think about it from a company's perspective. They have a problem they need to solve, or a task they need done. Do they care more about a piece of paper that says you sat in lectures for 4 years? Or a portfolio that shows you've actually built something similar, solved a comparable problem, or possess the specific software skills they need right now? Increasingly, it's the latter. This is a fundamental shift in how talent is being evaluated, and it's opening doors for a lot of people. This is where platforms like Coursera, edX, Udacity, and even Google Career Certificates come into play. These platforms offer focused, skills-based learning, often directly aligned with in-demand jobs. You can pick up skills in digital marketing, data analytics, UX design, cybersecurity, project management, you name it, often in a matter of months, not years, and for a fraction of the cost of a traditional degree. These certifications and specializations are gaining serious credibility with employers because they signal up-to-date, practical knowledge. The beauty of this trend is the emphasis on hands-on experience. It's not just about learning theory, it's about applying it, building a portfolio of your work, contributing to open-source projects, taking on freelance gigs to showcase your abilities. These are becoming the new currency in the job market. If you can show a hiring manager a tangible example of your skills in action, that often speaks louder than a GPA or the name of your alma mater. Trend number 3. The green economy boom. Get paid to save the planet. Next up, let's talk about a trend that's not just good for your career, but good for the planet. The green economy boom. Sustainability isn't just some fluffy buzzword anymore. It's rapidly becoming a massive driver of job creation and economic transformation. As companies, governments, and entire societies push towards net zero emissions and more sustainable practices, a whole new ecosystem of jobs is exploding. This is a sector with incredible growth potential, and if you're passionate about environmental issues, this could be your calling. We're seeing a surge in demand for roles in renewable energy. Think solar panel technicians, wind turbine engineers, and project managers for green energy installations, but it goes way beyond just energy generation. There's a huge need for experts in climate tech, developing innovative solutions for carbon capture, sustainable agriculture, and energy efficiency. Environmental consulting is another booming area, as businesses need guidance on how to reduce their carbon footprint, comply with new regulations, and implement sustainable strategies. What's driving this? Well, a few things. Firstly, there's increasing public and investor pressure on companies to be more environmentally responsible. Secondly, governments worldwide are setting ambitious climate targets and offering incentives for green initiatives, which means a lot of money is flowing into this sector. And thirdly, many green technologies are becoming more cost competitive, making them viable alternatives to traditional, less sustainable options. It's a perfect storm of factors creating a massive demand for green skills. The range of jobs within the green economy is incredibly diverse. You don't necessarily need to be a scientist or an engineer, though those roles are certainly in demand. There are opportunities in green finance, helping to fund sustainable projects. There are roles in sustainable supply chain management, ensuring products are sourced and transported in an eco-friendly way. Marketing and communications professionals are needed to promote green products and initiatives. Even roles in policy and advocacy are growing as the regulatory landscape evolves. Okay, we've talked about AI specialists, but now let's talk about how AI is changing the workplace itself for everyone, not just the techies. This is trend number 4, AI in the workplace. Get ready, because your office, whether it's a physical space or a virtual one, is about to get a whole lot smarter, and AI will be a big part of that. This isn't just about new tools. It's about new ways of working, collaborating, and even new types of roles to manage this AI-infused environment. Expect to see more AI-driven workplace assistants helping with everything from scheduling meetings and managing emails to drafting reports and analyzing data. These aren't just glorified chatbots, they're becoming sophisticated tools that can genuinely augment your productivity. Imagine an AI that can summarize a long document for you in seconds or highlight the key action items from a meeting transcript. That's the kind of efficiency gain we're talking about, and it's coming fast. Beyond software, we're also likely to see an increase in smart wearables and IoT devices in the workplace. all connected and generating data that AI can analyze. This could be for things like optimizing office environments for comfort and energy efficiency, monitoring safety in industrial settings, or even providing personalized wellness prompts. Of course, this also brings up a whole host of data privacy and security concerns that need to be managed, which itself creates job opportunities. And then there's the rise of virtual and augmented reality for meetings, training, and collaboration. Imagine conducting a design review in a shared virtual space where you can interact with three-dimensional models, or onboarding new employees with immersive VR training simulations. This technology is maturing rapidly, and AI will play a key role in making these virtual environments more realistic, interactive, and intelligent. This is a whole new frontier for how we connect and work together, especially in remote or hybrid settings. Now, with all this new technology flooding the workplace, new roles are emerging to manage it all. Companies are going to need more cybersecurity experts than ever before to protect all this interconnected data and AI systems from threats. The last thing a company wants is its AI assistant getting hacked or its sensitive data being compromised. This is a non-negotiable, and the demand for cybersecurity talent is already through the roof and will only grow. Another critical area is AI ethics. As AI becomes more powerful and makes more decisions, questions around bias, fairness, transparency, and accountability become paramount. Alright, let's shift gears to trend number 5. The continued boom of the gig economy and the rise of portfolio careers. The traditional 9-to-5 job for life? That model is looking increasingly outdated for a growing number of people. More and more individuals are opting for freelance work, contract gigs, side hustles, and building what's known as a portfolio career. Essentially, having multiple streams of income from different projects or clients. This isn't just for creatives anymore, it's hitting almost every industry. Why is this happening? Several reasons. For workers, it offers flexibility, autonomy, and the ability to choose projects that align with their interests and skills. For businesses, it provides access to specialized talent on demand, without the overheads of full-time employees. This agility is incredibly valuable in a fast-changing market. So you have a convergence of desires from both sides, fueling this gig-based approach to work. Think about the sheer variety of roles that now fit into the gig economy. Writers, graphic designers, web developers, digital marketers, consultants, virtual assistants, project managers, even specialized experts in fields like finance or engineering are finding lucrative opportunities as freelancers. Platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, and TopTal have made it easier than ever to connect businesses with freelance talent from around the globe. The barriers to entry for becoming a freelancer are lower than they've ever been. Now, building a successful portfolio career isn't just about stringing together a few random gigs. The smart freelancers, the ones making serious money, treat it like a business. They focus on building a strong personal brand, marketing their services effectively, managing their finances meticulously, because you're responsible for your own taxes and benefits, and delivering exceptional value to their clients to get repeat business and referrals. It requires discipline and an entrepreneurial mindset. One of the big advantages of a portfolio career is diversification of income. If one client project ends, you have others to fall back on. This can actually provide more security than a traditional job where you're entirely dependent on one employer. It also allows you to continuously learn and adapt as you're exposed to different industries, challenges, and technologies with each new project. Trend number 6 is something I think is incredibly important and often overlooked. The reskilling revolution, especially as it pertains to older workers and multi-generational teams. Jobs are evolving at an unprecedented pace due to technology and automation. This means that skills that were valuable 5 or 10 years ago might be becoming obsolete, and new skills are constantly emerging as critical. This isn't just a challenge for young people entering the workforce. It's a major factor for experienced professionals too. The reality is, people are working longer, retirement ages are shifting, and many individuals want or need to continue earning well into their 60s and beyond. To do this effectively and to remain competitive and valuable, reskilling and upskilling are no longer optional, they're essential. This has created a massive demand for professionals who can teach, train, coach, and mentor these multi-generational teams, helping everyone adapt to new technologies and new ways of working. Think about the industries that are being heavily disrupted: manufacturing, retail, finance, even administrative roles are seeing significant changes due to AI and automation. Experienced workers in these fields have a wealth of industry knowledge and soft skills, but they may need to acquire new digital literacies or technical competencies. This is where effective training and development programs led by skilled educators and coaches become absolutely vital for companies. This creates a significant opportunity for individuals who are passionate about education, coaching, and human development. If you have expertise in a particular in-demand skill like data analytics, digital marketing, or AI tools, and you also have a knack for teaching and explaining complex concepts simply, you could find yourself in high demand as a corporate trainer, a curriculum developer for reskilling programs, or an independent coach helping professionals navigate career transitions. Moreover, companies are realizing the immense value of multi-generational teams. Younger workers might bring fresh tech skills and perspectives, while older workers offer deep experience, institutional knowledge, and often stronger soft skills like communication and problem solving. The challenge and the opportunity lies in fostering collaboration and knowledge transfer between these generations. Professionals who can bridge these generational gaps and facilitate effective teamwork are incredibly valuable. Consider the role of mentorship programs. Experienced workers can mentor younger colleagues while also being open to reverse mentoring from them, especially when it comes to new technologies. Facilitating these kinds of relationships requires skill and a supportive organizational culture. Finally, let's talk about trend number 7. The impact of truly emerging technologies like extended reality, XR, blockchain, and quantum computing. Now, some of these might sound like science fiction, and for some applications they still are a bit down the road, but the groundwork is being laid now, and these technologies are starting to create jobs and career paths that we couldn't have even imagined a decade ago. If you're someone who loves being on the cutting edge, this is where things get really exciting. Extended reality, or XR, encompasses virtual reality, VR, augmented reality, AR, and mixed reality, MR. We're already seeing VR used for immersive training simulations in fields like surgery or complex machinery operation. AR is being used in retail to let you try on clothes virtually, or in manufacturing for overlaying instructions onto complex equipment. As these technologies mature and become more mainstream, we'll need XR developers, 3D artists, UX designers specializing in immersive experiences, and strategists who can figure out how businesses can best leverage these new realities. Then there's blockchain. Most people associate it with cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, and that's certainly a big part of it. But the underlying blockchain technology, a secure, decentralized, and transparent way to record transactions and manage data, has applications far beyond finance. Think supply chain management for tracking goods, secure voting systems, managing digital identities, or protecting intellectual property. We're seeing demand for blockchain developers, smart contract auditors, and consultants who can help businesses understand and implement blockchain solutions. And perhaps the most mind-bending of them all is quantum computing. This is still in its very early stages in terms of commercial application, but the potential is astronomical. Quantum computers, by leveraging the principles of quantum mechanics, can solve certain types of complex problems exponentially faster than even the most powerful classical supercomputers. This could revolutionize fields like drug discovery, materials science, financial modeling, and cryptography. While deep quantum physicist roles are niche, we'll increasingly need people who can bridge the gap.